Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. Today we are playing with a green-white kind of mid-range deck that features cards like Carnage Tyrant and On Serra's Wings for a little bit of aura craziness along with some other mid-range goodness. We're fighting Google. David versus Goliath indeed. But this deck list, this build goes out to a Patreon supporter who requested it. And as a top tier supporter, I appreciate them very much. So I'm going to try to do right by the deck. I've got to say, we're in a quick constructed event. So far, I've lost one. And I've played a little bit on ladder. It's been awkward. I can see that there's potential in the build. It just hasn't performed yet. So hopefully we turn it around like a total eclipse of the heart right now. All right, our opponent opens with a forest. Doesn't tell me much about what's going on. They want to be chatty. Hi, how you doing? And looks like possibly Golgari. This deck is flooded out in every game I've played so far. But let's see. Let's see what's up. All right, enter the battlefield tapped. And then hopefully this treasure map can smooth things out a little bit, but it's a little frustrating seeing that we have no threats, all answers, in a deck that does need to push the envelope a little, and it's a Brontodon. Just great thing. A great thing, the Brontodon, when you have a treasure map and it's the only thing between you and complete flood. Hey, we got ourselves to a Vine Mare. I think we did it, internet. Unfortunately, Vine Mare can't get through the Thrashing Brontodon because it's a horse that's on the ground. So let's see how this goes. And a Planeswalker is here.
Time to step out. I wanted that taken out too.
Ouch. But fortunately, we drew Big Daddy. So do we play... I think I do need to get the Brontodon off the board. So I will throw an attack at the Vraska. The opponent will likely trade with the Brontodon. That way my Seal Away might do something someday. But it's awkward that I'm very much the beatdown, and I have two removal spells that very much require my opponent to attack. So I'm sitting in a weird place. My treasure map's destroyed, but we got the Carnage Tyrant, and we'll see if the opponent can deal with it. There's a Llanowar Elf. Here's a Stitcher's Supplier to fill that graveyard. Journey to Eternity is gone. Opponent with the redraw and another 3 cards to the bin. Nothing of huge consequence, I would say. So we'll send an attack here and an attack here. And deal that damage.
Pathetic.
Thanks, Vraska. I like you too. Alright, what are we mostly concerned about? My opponent having their own Carnage Tyrant is among the probably nastiest things that can happen. That's their first double black coming over here from the guild gate. So perhaps... Perhaps they have things like Chupacabra, but they don't really get a chance to play them yet. And they're going to choose another Golgari Queen. Okay.
I'm good at what I do, and what I do is win.
And that's to take out the Druid of the Cowl. Alright. And probably draw another attack from the Carnage Tyrant. But, I mean, that's fine. March of the Multitudes off the top. 3 little dorks if my opponent has a Plague Crafter or something to try to make me sacrifice Carney T.
I'm still here. I can take it.
She says, I'm still here, but she's not. Odd. There's a bigger Vraska. Fun. Just planeswalker spam it.
Prepare the gallows.
Uh-huh.
Make your captain proud.
Opponent not willing to get into the red zone with their elf, meaning we still haven't had a chance to seal it away or anything. I think we'll get your Vraska off the field. I don't give up all my tokens regardless, so I still have protection from the Plague Crafters and Eldest Reborns of the world. Curious. This has trample. Alright. I guess it survives. So let's see, do we play out a Night of Grace and keep the threats coming, or do we draw a card with our Arch of Orazca? Finalities, I guess finality into some kind of sacrifice thing is about the only thing to be afraid of. So holding the Knight back might not be terrible. Yeah, let's work on getting ahead on cards while we can. It's also a much better use of our mana. And we do it on our main phase because we want to hit our land drop, and our opponent's not going to attack us with anything anyway for our so-called removal spells to do anything about. No, our opponent got a Doom Whisperer. Well, that's nice. Gonna need that Serra's Wings, and I don't think the Doom Whisperer is going to attack anytime soon, so I'm going to play out the Knight now. I could be wrong about that. And yeah, I'm gonna hang on to the Carnage Tyrant and try to find on Serra's Wings to suit it up. All right, a couple an elf and something on top.
Show no mercy.
Yeah, okay. Must be nice. Golgari doing Golgari things. Green-white doing green-white things. But still not attacking. No guts. Let's try this Karn.
I am Karn.
The wise and powerful.
Use of that later.
Ixalan's binding. What do you know? I didn't get it. But we'll go ahead and try to trap our opponent into attacking with the Doom Whisperer so we can seal it away. Of course, the opponent's going to can blow up the seal away with a Vraska. Surveil, surveil. Whatever shall you find? I think we just found one. Yep, left something on top. Journey to Eternity. Well, can't do anything about it because our cards require the opponent to attack to do anything. All right, who's up? Seal that away. Our opponent can Vraska the seal away, but then they would have to take the Vraska down, which takes them off the ultimate path. They're lowering that life total a lot. On Serra's Wings could steal this. It's interesting that you put Journey on the Ink Eyes when it says sacrifice another creature. So if you had put it on your Elf or your Doom Whisperer, you'd almost certainly get to flip it. So I would call that a mistake, But it's hard to say. I haven't played the deck a lot. Maybe our opponent's that confident. But they do know that there's an Ixalan's Binding on the way. Oh my. Every draw is a haymaker. Every draw is brutal. Because our deck is generating minimal value and theirs is generating maximum value. Alright, what's gotta go? What's gotta go? I feel like the Orazca has to go. Our opponent still has to find a way to kill their Izoni. And if we don't take out the Orazca, our opponent can simply blow up the binding. So we have to keep leaving up Settle the Wreckage. In case our opponent ever does decide to get this frickin' frisky. But they pretty much have access to their whole deck right now. With Thousand Eyes and Underrealm Lich. Yep, bye-bye, Karn. Should get out the Vine Mare now. Our opponent does only have one green creature. Just one. Just one only green creature, I should say. The Llanowar Elves are the only thing right now that can block the Vine Mare. Unfortunately for us, our opponent, thanks to Izoni, probably has access to a billion-ish life, and again, their entire deck. However, with 22 cards in it, they only have access to really about 7 or 8 more cards before they deck themselves. And that process goes even faster if they draw too fast, so they have to pick their cards very wisely. What do you want? What's the get? Brontodon? Probably Brontodon. Okay. This is so you can make 1,000,000 insects with your Thousand Eyes and get back anything you want with Journey to Eternity.
Before I make you disappear, sacrifices must be made.
Yep, the bugs. Welcome the bugs. And on Serra's Wings could still be a huge problem, though. Carnage T doesn't care. And the opponent can't really attack me very well. Alright. I block. Okay, they're scared of decking themselves. Interesting. And we found it. So what solves the Serra's Wings? Brontodon with the Journey solves the Serra's Wings. There's nothing we can really do about that. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way to like one-shot kill my opponent somehow. But I don't think that's going to happen. So if I reduce them to 9, or to 10, so the other thing I was thinking is it's possible I could get back, I could draw another Serra's Wings and get it if my opponent's tapped out, but I just don't have the mana. So I guess I gotta kill your Golgari Queen before it gets back a Doom Whisperer, and I'll send the Vine Mare after your face. And there's your damage. Yeah, you can draw a card and gain a life.
wound. Oh, how about your best?
The real question is when and how hard will the opponent start sending all the creatures? Are they going to get impatient and attack with everything? Necrotic wound on a token. Yep, that works. Can't target these, so I guess you're targeting the token. All right. Our opponent, I don't think, has the mana anymore for the cave to get back the Brontodon. Do they have a Brontodon? They have an Eldest Reborn. Okay. They still have all black creatures. 8 plus 5 is 13. Sacrifice the knight. You gonna attack me with all your things? Well, what's the deal? They're tapped out. They do attack with absolutely everything. Maybe not. Let's see what they decide. Yeah. Make them all go away, please. Get destroyed. Oh my lord. Yeah, you should have Googled Settle the Wreckage. Yeah, I know. Very nice, I know. I'm aware. Down to 6. Let's see if the opponent can find a way out of this. What a ridiculous game. I mean, there's so many things they could still do. They could get back Brontodon, blow up Binding, use Vraska, blow up on Serra's Wings. Could have had this whole board in front of my creatures, but they're not seeing it. They're not seeing it. Now they're trying to decide what to get out of the graveyard. They threw away their Underrealm Lich with a lot of cards still left in their deck. Maybe not a lot, but 20? I mean, at least wait till you have 10.
Go ahead. Beg for mercy.
All right, here, this gets a Doom Whisperer.
Why don't I make that disappear?
All right. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 12. So that's a March of the Multitudes for 9. So they get back a Fine Broker, and it retrieves what? Now they find the Brontodon. Okay. Seems late to the party to me. Just waiting. Ta-da! Who's got the army now? All to your face. Face is the place. Hoa! The mighty Serra-powered Carnage Tyrant. And it's gonna be just enough. Maybe just a little better than just enough, but it is indeed a lot. Opponent says good game. I'll give them one back. It was a very exciting game with a lot of options from their side. And we get a win. I've got these cards again. But I also have Llanowar Elves and a treasure map we can start using right away. On the play, feels like it could work out. Teferi over here. Hurry! That's what I got to say to you. And that, of course, is a joke on the voice acting line, but if you have to explain your jokes, they're not good anymore. Well, it's a creature deck, at least. Gonna need that white mana. Gonna need that white mana. Treasure map might end up making that white mana, but I'm gonna at least try to find it while our opponent beats the holy hell out of us. It would be a really good ninja Settle the Wreckage if we look like mono green with no white mana. Oh, there we go. So I'll play this now, and what it will do is keep my opponent from flipping their Legion's Landing this turn, which might matter in the long run. You never want to let them flip that Legion's Landing. They might get to do it next turn anyway, but we'll at least make it really flippin' hard. Get it flippin'. Done. We're cool. We're totally cool. So, I think this is a good spot to settle. We could also play the Carnage and still have a treasure available, and next turn Serra's wings it. That seems really good too. What's the opponent ever gonna do about the Carnage Tyrant? And do they even have to throw away one of their creatures to flip their landing if they want it that bad? All right, do it. Why not? Hi there. What's up, big fella? You ready to go to war? You got your metal plating on. Heroic reinforcements. Yeah. I get it. I get it. You just want to bash right through this tyrant. I don't know if that's gonna work out. I don't know. I don't think that's gonna go the way you want it to go. That lifelink is gonna be powerful. All right, down to 9, and suit up. Yeah, everybody can get in on this party. Hoi! What next? More reinforcements? They're going to need to be very heroic to Kotley, okay? I don't know if this deck... I don't think this deck cares about Tocatli at all. I think this deck could play Tocatli if Tocatli remains good in the format. It was good in the format for the GPs, the big Magic tournaments a few weekends ago. A lot of main deck Tocatli Honor Guards because they're very good against Golgari, especially. And I don't know if that's Magic Arena. I don't know. Not convinced. Right, land off the top. And yeah, the opponent has concluded that they're not going to beat the pants on Carnage Tyrant. Back in my day, we had to search up channels like WMG for our MTG content. Enter tapped. And it looks like another white aggro list. Perhaps they're taking over the meta today. Boros. Will it be more heroic reinforcements? Stay tuned. Here's a Druid at the Cowl. We have a sweet curve if we can do it. Vine Mare, Vivien Reid, Carnage Tyrant, while our opponent plays Little Nerds. I can get into that, but it looks like Conclave Tribunal might be the play. Yeah, that's pretty nasty. No more Druid of the Cowl for us. And that's a pretty sharp play. Nice top deck, though. Let's do it again. It's a pretty sharp play by the opponent to take out the mana creature, even though it's a 2-mana creature, and I'm sure they could have cast other threats instead. Are they doing this again? They are. Okay. Well, this time I think we stalled them long enough to... Well, we have got two choices. A Seal Away could prevent the flipping of the Legion's landing, and a Knight of Grace would hold off the threats, or a Vine Mare, which would eat a threat potentially on the Legion's landing flip, but the Boros Challenger being pumped is a problem for me there. So let's take out a creature of theirs. They've been taking out ours. And let's play out the Knight of Grace. Keep them off that Legion's landing value, which they might be relying on. In theory, we should win a longer game, but there's Aurelia. We're gonna need a land off the top to kill it with Vivien. Yeah, come at me, bro. No? It is a land off the top. So Vivien Reid, -3, destroy target creature with flying. Goodbye.
Draw and fire.
And we'll again hold back our Knight of Grace. No reason to charge in here and try to trade damage. I like my position in a longer game. It might also make the opponent panic, and if they had one more Tribunal, think about using it on Knight of Grace or Lightning Strike or Lava Coil, something. Plus we're protecting Viv. We don't want Viv to die. Pride of the Conquerors. Jeez. Alright. I guess they're hoping I have nothing left.
Now we're getting started. I'm not losing everything again.
Alright. Flower Flourish. Let's go get a Plains. Shuffle away a Carnage T. Here's a Vine Mare. Good luck tribuning this. Unfortunately, though, without Trample and without Serra's Wings, it's a very bad attacker against these creatures. Oh no. Well, we can... I don't know if we want to block Taj, though. Okay. Targets the Vampire. Mentor over there, so I can't block those very well. I guess I'm blocking here. But yeah, that Taj was a sweet draw. Opponent did it right on that one. That's how you do it. I guess. So there's two ways to do this. We could try to get him right now, or we could play Carnage Tyrant and try to get him later. I think trying to get him later is wiser, because I've said it a few times, the longer the game goes, the better we should be. Maybe we can draw more of our Planeswalkers and things like that. Also, this might kill an Angel in the future, which is something we have to be very worried about. So I think I'm going to try to make them set up for like the big blowout super attack and then settle them. Like an attack that has to get around Carnage and Vine Mare. Yeah, because now they can't really attack here, but they can crank out a bunch of tokens and we can both sit here staring at each other. And I think that's the game I win. The one where we stare at each other for a long time. Because Carnage Tyrant on its own isn't going to get through these. And the opponent's deck is full of creatures, and they're making dorks with Adanto. I've got to think that they would be able to slow me down again, and that's if they attacked all in. Now that's interesting. Yeah. I could see how many creatures they're willing to put in front of this Tyrant. I don't think they're willing to put any in front of this Tyrant. I think they're going to take 7. But we'll see. And another? More Godzilla. All right. What have you got? Just another 1/1. And a challenger. I feel challenged. Opponent feeling the need to touch all their cards on the regular. It's interesting. So, do we send the critters? What's the combined power here that we're looking at if they pump the challenger or make a dork is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, which is enough to kill the tyrants, but they would give up everything. Unfortunately for us, we would be left with them with an Adanto and us with a Vine Mare that can't get through it. So I like keeping my tyrants. And I'll play out my lands to make it look even more like I don't have things. I really want to encourage them to go for some heroic reinforcement mega attack. And then my tyrants can, and my Vine Mare can smash them. The big risk there is that they draw an angel, and they only attack with the angel, and I'm forced to settle. That is where it goes wrong. Never mind. We're good. Everything's fine. Unless they run settle too. Should be oh so painful, but not the end. Your move. And the scoop won't even try. Won't even mega attack me. It's like they knew what awaited them. Another interesting one, and I think it's a keep. We still have to draw 2 lands if we want to Vivien Reid, but we've got some interaction to keep us from being run over completely. A March of the Multitudes that won't matter for a very long time, but in an ideal world, we get to play Vivien and get lands and just Mega March. Blue mana, gross. Actually, I don't know if this deck wants to play against blue or not. I know it doesn't want to play against blue tempo. And it looks like fish. They brought fish to the party. You know what's good against a 2-1? A 1-3. You know what's good against a 1-3? A 3-2, if our opponent goes land and a way to pump the Silvergill. Oh, but instead, we reveal another Trickster, draw another card, and yes, we do in fact play green mana. So what does 4 mana do? We could bind these. That seems awkward and horrible. I think we're just playing a tap land here and holding up a seal away, which is not the way you want to do it, but it is what it is. I think the binding has to be saved for these or Q mana. And Trickster, sure. And I will go ahead and seal away one of these. Just keep the damage down. Buy time. More time is good time. So let's go ahead and lock down the binders. No more, please. I really don't want to play against them. March of the Multitudes currently for 2. Gonna need a lot more than that if we want to compete with the fishies. The Trickster party continues. You know, party like a Trickster party? Trickster parties don't stop. Wow. That's not good. But I guess I'm making 2 dorks and then trying to combo off. We could play Vivien. The odds of it getting countered are about medium from a fish deck. They don't always play them, but when they do, it's Spell Pierce, Negate, or some cancel variety. But slamming a Vivien here almost certainly dies, because we plus it, we get like a land or something, then it dies. So this is a March of the Multitudes turn, where we'll make a few lifelink soldiers, then the next turn make twice as many, and the turn after that make twice as many. Odd that we drew all 3 of our March of the Multitudes. Oh yeah, reveal that. Yes. I like seeing this. This makes me happy. How much trickster spam do you have? Oh, a weaver. Oh god. All right. Let's, in response, before this gets tapped, we will make our dorks. Yeah, I didn't think the Silver Gill would want to attack into these, so no blockers. There's a land. Can't Carnage Tyrant, though, because of... Yeah. So, we could do this now to play around a counterspell, just in case the opponent does run them, but it doesn't play around Sleep, or another Water Trap Weaver type effect. So, I think that Sleep is much more common, as well as Tempest Caller. Well, Tempest Caller, this kind of gets around, not really. But I'd rather play around the Sleep. Right, those are coming at me. I don't think I want to... Well, let's block like this. A little bit of block. 2 blockers. That'll make sure that we stay alive. And then we can make 4. March again. And then we can turn around and attack with these or make even more. They do play counter spells. There you have it. It's a very blue heavy version of the deck. All right, we're at 7. We could make 4 dorks, or we could deploy the Carnage T. Neither one gets around Sleep. We lose to Sleep. So I need to gain back life as quickly as possible. So I'm going to go for the make 4 dorks plan. Okay. So this is a trick that you can do. I'm going to block all 4 on 1. Which means that one of them is going to die, but I'm going to gain 4 life. So I don't have to lose all my tokens. So that these can gain some life next turn as well. There's on Serra's wings. Now we'll deploy the Carnage T. I'm at 9, my opponent has 8 power, so if they draw Sleep or Tempest Caller here, I live. So we don't have to attack with our tokens to make sure we gain life. And there is a Pioneer. And no longer attacking the Carnage Tyrant. But this one should start putting it away. Bang! And a Vanguard. And we'll say go. Speaker returns. But attacking into this board just looks terrible, and our merfolk opponent realizes that there's nowhere to go. I would like to thank you very much for watching the video, and I would like to thank Coeur. I don't want to mispronounce a name, but the patron who submitted this, whose name is right over there, underneath the deck box. Thank you very much for being a patron, for supporting the channel. And if you would like to support the channel, check out the link in chat. I believe we're very close to the goal of creating draft videos, sealed and draft videos twice a week. So if we get in there and get on that, we'll get more limited content here on the channel. Thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.